three guys who combined to play 15 seasons in the National Football League trenches. Well, two guys. And Mackey, who didn't do shit. This is the O-Line Committee.
Ooh, I don't know. Fizzling Soda, 11:54. YouTube
false
comment.
bell.
Preparing the ding for the guys.
He didn't actually ding it. Oh, the gate. He gets a ding in the chat. The gate for false bell. We were not late.
I think it was when we hit the button. It was 12:15.
Yeah,
it was 12:15.
And you
the
can't
problem
start
is, Mackie, you set it for 12:10 because it came to me on my email as 12:10.
Well,
we go live.
I told you guys 12:10, and you both snuck in at 12:15. So I could say for our own internal invite, 1 and 2.
Wow, that's a bus thrower. Bus thrower.
No,
for
you're
sure.
late.
No,
you're late.
Thrower.
Thrower.
Did you just throw us under the bus to the audience?
In front of the audience?
Are you
can have those.
serious?
Hey, those are closed doors type of meetings.
Mackie,
you point the
you
finger.
just broke
you point
rules,
the
bro.
finger. You always point the thumb, and then the
it.
closed door meetings.
By the
is when
way,
we can
if
have
you're
those
wondering
things.
where you can get this amazing sweatshirt, Ghost Fit, oh my God. You can ding me all day for how
Self-suck.
amazing. Dude, we just came out with the new logo for the Arizona gym this year. Tell me how amazing with the baby blue.
I do like the baby blue.
Wait till
I'm a
you
big
see
fan
the
of the baby
rhino in baby blue. Because Ghost Fit, dude, I wear these all day. This material, it never, like you're always cold. It's amazing. You never sweat, never get hot. And it makes you look amazing. I'm so excited. Mac, I can't wait to get some. Jay.
We almost got the lack of the
dang
Swifties
him!
Heroes. Okay, hey, while you pimp your sweatshirt,
He's a mess, dude.
and
He's a
while
mess.
Jay puts up the Swifty Sirles flag, I'm going to tell you guys, if you're looking to up your nutritional routine here, let me recommend Huel. Okay, there's two different drinks here, or if you want to call them meals, if you will. Huel Black Edition, ready to drink. Huel Daily Greens, ready to drink. And with the Black Edition, 35 grams of protein, 27 essential vitamins and minerals, no artificial sweeteners, gluten-free, ready to go, and under $5 per meal. For the Daily Greens, we're talking about 42 vitamins and minerals and superfoods developed by registered nutritionists and dietitians. Only 25 calories, 4 grams of fiber, 1 gram of sugar. Complete meals in a bottle, all the nutrients you need to thrive. And it just makes healthy eating simple. They just launched into Target stores as well nationwide. So try both products, 15% off your first purchase for new customers at Huel.com/O. Let me hold on. What is it? O-line?
Yes.
O-line. That's Huel.com/O-line with the exclusive code O-line.
What is
Are we sliding left or right?
Mental error.
What's going on?
Mental error.
That's a yada yada moment. Yada yada.
Use that code, and also you can help us out when you tell them that use the O-line code. You help us grow our little business here too. So appreciate you guys.
Yeah, we do.
All right, I think we should. I want to start with. Let's start with this one here. Commenter, it's Dumb Football Questions Thursday live on the O-Line Committee YouTube channel.
God, I loved it. I love.
Appreciate
live.
you guys hanging out
Jay,
with
we
us.
talked about this last night on the Purple Daily Show. Trenches, do you not love going live? There's like like your heart starts racing.
See,
and
I
you're
don't.
Like, this
I
is
don't.
it. This is it.
I treat everything like it's live because I'm a professional. So I mean, it's just
That's such
maybe
a ding. That is such a ding for an Eddie Haskell. You are such an Eddie Haskell.
How
Don't
is
you
that an Eddie
dare. That is
Haskell?
such a Tonyism. I know it is.
Listen, I'm just a professional. I'm just a professional.
This is
I treat my I just treat
I
everything
treat
like
my
it's. I give
life
everything
like
my
it's
best, whether
every
it's live or not. So
You're so
please
full of
continue.
shit.
Please continue with your question.
Yeah,
there.
Miami,
With that beard,
Miami
you're gonna tell me that?
Sasquatch.
Get out of here.
Miami
I
Sasquatch
didn't get
in
to
the
brush it
YouTube
today.
comments wants to know. Miami Sasquatch says, I've never understood why the Steelers didn't jump in on Sam Darnold last offseason. And I want to spin this into, it's more of like a comment, but I want to spin this into a dumb football question. Should the Steelers of all teams regret not being more aggressive on the Sam Darnold free agency wagon back a few months ago? The way Rodgers played last week, the division is slipping out of their hands right now. They're having a hard time offensively. And Darnold's over here going to get MVP votes and leading the league in a bunch of categories. He's like 28. Steelers could have had another big arm, big body, athletic quarterback, but they didn't pull the trigger.
My question for that would have been, how would they have kept him healthy, right? Because there are clearly problems up front with
But
the
they're not
Steelers.
thinking about that. They're not signing Aaron Rodgers thinking we're going to keep him healthier than we're going to keep
I
Sam
think
Darnold.
they thought that they were, dude, because at some point I'm looking at this going, where did we think this was going to work? At what point was this supposed to? Because, dude, like, I'm watching him run for his life and nothing's happening. At some point, yeah, they could easily been like, why were we not in on Sam Darnold? It goes back to the same theory. Everyone goes, it's just not enough for me to go. I'll pay you what somebody else is willing to pay you, right? Seattle was willing to pay him. What was the deal? 3 years, $100 million.
Yeah, it's like
all of a sudden,
years.
That's your market, right? And so a team looks at that and goes, are we willing to pay him?
Well, what's Aaron making?
5 or 10
Dude,
5 or
nothing.
10 million.
So, yeah.
On a 1 year deal.
And that's another thing. Could they have even been in the market? Like, their defense is making so much money.
$200 million
They're
on the
looking at this
defensive side of
going,
the
we
ball.
wanted to be, but we had to pay TJ and we had to pay Cam and we had to pay Jalen and like all these guys. And it's like, we didn't get what we thought we were going to get. They thought they were going to get this stifling defense that was going to come out and just choke everybody out. And they were going to be like, welcome to Pittsburgh, right? Aaron, throw it to the 350-pound left tackle running that way, right? Like, that guy will get down there eventually. And two, they probably thought the run game was going to get going, which it's at times it does well. At times you're like, they're forced to throw it the whole game. And you're like, this is not good. And I don't mean to throw people under the bus because Jay will tell you, I'm never a bus thrower. I never got called for that. But like, what's going on at times at that left tackle position is hard to watch. You're like, dude, he catches the ball and all of a sudden just gets smoked from the left side. And you're like, okay, that's not going to ever happen, is it? Like, and it's just a repeated offense over and over. And you're like, well, no wonder the offense is sputtering out. And Aaron's already panicked the minute he catches the ball. Like, by the third third down, he's running for his life for the rest of the game. And he's already panicked and everything's just going sideways.
Yeah, I mean, I think that everyone right now that had the opportunity to sign Sam Darnold has somewhat buyer's remorse. But I think that everyone that thought, well, is he or is he not? Can he do it again? Can he string it together? Are watching what Sam Darnold's doing in Seattle and going, yeah, we could have probably have used that, right?
Okay.
I mean, we probably could have
What do the
used
Vikings
that.
feel then? How
The
do they
same
feel?
thing.
You
They
think?
feel the same thing. I mean,
A
I
little-
think
a little bit of that.
there's
Could they have been in the market
but
too?
you got to think Pittsburgh was in a different situation. Pittsburgh didn't spend the 11th overall pick or whatever McCarthy was on drafting a first-round quarterback. So, like, they didn't really have that, but we did this already. Pittsburgh was literally going, I don't know how many times I can watch Rudolph go out here and throw the football anymore. Like, I don't know if I can watch Russell Wilson throw the football anymore. They should have been more aggressive for Sam Darnold if they truly believed that they could win that division. Pittsburgh.
Okay,
They
yeah,
should have been more aggressive for Sam Darnold.
I'm going against you a little bit here. I think that the Vikings have way more buyer's remorse because they could have easily have signed him back and been like,
No,
JJ,
see,
we're
I don't
gonna
think so.
unload you. Oh,
You
I
can't.
think the
you're
fans
not
here
going to
would
unload.
have
No, stop. You're talking crazy. The Vikings
No,
were
I'm
not going
not.
to unload JJ McCarthy after drafting him 11th overall and him not playing a single regular season game. No.
You could have at least
Stop.
at bare minimum. You go, Green Bay did it. We're just going to let him sit here for a little bit. He's the next Jordan Love, guys. And look at Jordan. He's struggling. Look how much he's struggling still, right?
But
we're going to let him
sit.
sit.
People wanted to run Sam out of town so fast after that playoff game. That last taste in their mouth was Vikings fandoms. With like, if they would have signed Darnold back and said it's an open competition between Sam Darnold and JJ McCarthy, it would have been a terrible idea. Because you would have had to sign Sam Darnold back and plant the flag. Sam Darnold is the starting quarterback. It is not an open competition, and that would have been a big problem. That would have been a huge problem. That would have been a huge problem. Then why'd you go draft the kid 11th overall? Like, I just think that the Vikings
because the two
played
happened at the same time. We drafted,
the
we
Vikings.
picked him up.
The Vikings played it the way that I think that was the only play the Vikings actually had was to move on from
So
him.
they were kind of. You're saying they're kind of handcuffed into like.
I
hey,
think
man,
they were a
we
little
have to let
handcuffed.
you walk.
We have to see what the kid can do. And we can't spend $35 million on you. I mean, maybe we could, but then you probably can't go sign Jonathan Allen. You probably can't go sign Hargrave. You probably can't extend Metellus. Like, there's certain things you just wouldn't have been able to do if you have another $30 million hitting your cap.
I have a.
Where were they?
Let me come back to the Steelers in a second because I have a take on this. But here's the thing, and I was firmly on the. Whoo, that was a nice fun year for Sam Darnold. But if you could, I was saying if you could franchise him and like tag and trade the Sam Castle or the Matt Castle thing from like 15 years ago, but the market determined that as the contract played out with Seattle, that his average annual value was far less than the franchise tag value. And so the Vikings deemed it too risky in their minds. Boy, if we franchise tag him, we might get stuck with that contract and that number for a year and really kind of screw ourselves.
Yep.
So that was a complicating factor in there. Is like, do we just so I guess we have to let him walk for nothing. But the two things that are different than they would have been, back in January, February are, number one, there was a risk and the Steelers would be included in this logic too, there was a risk that that's a 1-year pop-up in a really nice little system there, and Justin Jefferson. Can we really rely on Darnold to keep doing this year after year? There was some risk. There was an unknown factor. Well, he is. He's doing. I mean, he's awesome again. And so, myself and other people, maybe with Vikings, Steelers, et cetera, were wrong about that. And also, part of the evaluation I thought was, well, he's going to get like a $45 or $50 million a year contract. It won't be like top of the market, but it'll be a nice little contract. And it's like one of the best, most discounted quarterback contracts in the league. So if you're the Steelers, by the way, you don't have the baked-in excuse of, well, we drafted this guy 10th overall. You were wide open.
No, they're legitimately going, man, we really screwed the pooch here, didn't we, guys? We trusted this 45-year-old. God damn it.
45.
And apparently reading things now, like people are still worried that he's getting like manti-tea'd with his girlfriend because no one's ever met her and like she's never been around the facility. No, Aaron Rodgers.
Oh,
like there's like all this like secret girlfriend, I think was the headline I read. I was like,
yeah, it is weird.
This is your clickbait, Phil.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
Clickbait slut you.
We can talk about Aaron Rodgers' fake girlfriend.
Let's go to next dumb football question here. This is from James Bergson, who says, how many strange looks does an offensive lineman get when he's filling out some type of application and puts down his profession as being professional football player, professional athlete? Do you guys ever face that with any, like, whether it's banks or whatever, and they want to know, like, what's your profession?
Yeah, happens all the time. I just put, like you said.
Or do people ever ask, like, what did you do for a living on an airplane or something? Do you ever tell them I played in the NFL?
Yeah.
I eventually get there. I usually start with something really stupid, like, oh, I did swimming and diving. Like, you just kind of like, they know. Like, they know. If they're asking, like, you played ball before, didn't you? Like, the answer is obviously yes, right? And so you have to kind of string it along and make it
fat.
You make it kind of fun. You're like, actually, no, competitive college swimming and diving. Like, you just kind of say something really stupid and then move on, and it's like a ha-ha, giggle. But I think the older you get, and the bigger you are, the older you get, people kind of look at you less and less. Like right when you retire, it's pretty obvious, right? Like you're still very large, very much like put together. But as you get older, like, okay, I'm 35 now. Like I'm 6'6", I'm 290 pounds. Like I obviously don't look like I could go play in the NFL right now, but I obviously also don't look like I've been an accountant my whole life. Like, so you kind of fall into that like weird category. They're like, so did you play like college ball, high school ball? And you're like, no, I actually played in the NFL. Like, oh, that's really cool. It's like, God, can't do it anymore, boys. I don't have it anymore.
I'm just envisioning you guys on an airplane and
it's
someone,
awful. That's the best.
It's be a 3-hour flight and you're in the window seat and someone looks over.
When you're walking down the aisle.
So, well, you must have played sports, huh?
Yeah.
Listen, you can ding me. I don't walk very far down that aisle. It's not
you
first row,
freaking
second
big
row.
baller.
Oh, wow, dude.
Wow, you are not. Listen, I walk in and I instantly go down, and the ladies look at me like, "Oh, this is gonna be weird." And I'm like, every time you say that, and it's like I have to walk down the little, and I'm like, no, I'm not doing this.
Well, it's the same. It's every time you walk in an airplane, it's the same three words. Watch your head. Watch your head. Right? Watch your head. Watch your head. It's like you don't think at this point.
I'm not familiar with that.
You don't think at this point in my life, I understand
that
I need to watch my head when walking onto an airplane. Or Booney, I'm sure this has happened to you. How many times have you knocked the exit row thing, the exit sign off? Right, if you have a hat on, it's like if you have like a hat on and you're like heads down as you're going through the airplane. I can't tell you how many times I've knocked the little thing above the exit row that says exit, like just completely off with my head. And then if anyone ever tries to recline in front of me, I will put my hand like this.
Oh, I love it.
And I will just seriously be like, and they'll turn around and be like, this isn't gonna happen. Oh no, like this isn't gonna happen.
You don't
my knees are right there.
Oh
like,
no,
this isn't gonna happen.
I love it. I go back.
It's also it's a disrespectful thing on a plane. Just
Wait,
because
you recline?
Okay,
in
do
coach,
not recline.
In coach or Comfort Plus.
No. Listen,
first class is totally.
Oh, when the first class goes back, I go my turn, and then I go back with them, and I feel like I'm totally encapsulated in there, and I'm like,
some of us here don't fly first class on every flight.
Some of us are about to start
when you're on your
flying
PJ?
soon.
Do you recline on your PJ?
Yeah, what about your private jet there?
I wish I had one. You can hit me with my Ferrari fine.
Yeah, that's a Ferrari fine for sure.
Mm-hmm. That's a shout out to Sully, obscure offensive lineman of the day, John Sullivan.
We should get him on the show sometime. He went at me for something like 2 years ago.
What was the last one about bringing? What did it say? Something about coaches?
Yeah, Gregory Derrickson in the live YouTube comment section here says, how different are some coaches with the media versus
that a
with
serious
the players?
question?
Like they
What?
either speak well in their presses
Jay,
or
let
not,
me
but
handle
then
this
opposite
one.
of the players.
Let me handle this one. Listen, very rarely are you going to catch number one an offensive line coach at the podium, like ever. Because do you know what the fine is for that?
Yeah.
The old line coach
Should
at
be
the
more
podium.
coordinators and head
Listen,
coaches. Right?
let me tell you something. When they do talk, it's very minimal, right? Like they'll be like, they might catch like a microphone in their face and they'll be like, we got to be better, right? When that door closes, your soul belongs to them. And I've had this conversation with, it's my mom's husband, right? He was like, why do you guys take that? I was like, because it's fun, man. Like, it's worth it, right? Like it's so intense that when you get into those rooms, just saying like this is unacceptable doesn't even fit the standard, right? Like I've seen chairs go across the room, like coffee cups get slammed against the wall, and you're like, that's going to be a big fucking mess. Someone's going to clean up. It's certainly not me. And all of a sudden, like dip gets thrown against the wall, and you're like, okay, now he's really pissed. Like one time, and I am never bus throwing. We had a guy, may have been year 3 or 4, front on the board, simple front. It was odd. He's like, hey, what's this front? And he was like, over. I swear to God, the whole room was like, what did he just say? And it was one of those days where the coach was not in the mood. And I remember what came next will change my life forever, because the way he like went into this player wasn't even like I'm like so mad. It was like, I am so hurt that you couldn't even know what this is. I feel like I've failed as a coach because you don't even know what this front is. We had to go over stuff, but like they're so good at pushing the button that know what push you, right? Like for me, it was a lot of I hated being called a pussy or being thought I was a pussy. So the minute that they were like, oh, you're acting like a pussy, I was like, I'm not. I'm better than this, right? Like they're quick to be like, this is what drives this guy. Let's drive him, right? Because I was always you're our little warrior, and it was like, I am the warrior, right? Like the cult follower. It was easy to get me on board. Other guys were harder, right? Other guys, they had to literally coax into wanting to come to meetings. They would come sit down at lunch or at like breakfast, and they'd be like, hey buddy, you want to come today?
I hated that shit.
You want, hey, how's the fam doing, huh? They good? I'm like, yeah, I'm doing good, coach. I'm like, shut up. We asked you. You good? You good? Do you want me to bring your, should I bring your tray down with us? You can eat in the room. Coach, you said we couldn't eat in the room. Shut your mouth. You want me to bring this downstairs for you? But it's like,
I wish he was kidding. Like
I
wish he was kidding.
I was there fully getting cussed out while other people were
accurate.
like, how about the best is like when some guys couldn't handle it, right? Like they couldn't handle the truth, and the coach would start digging on you, and he'd be like, you should know better. And you'd be like, what? No better what? Like,
I didn't
what?
screw that. I didn't
What
screw
did
that up.
you should have told him. And it's like, what? Are we being, did you just say I should have, what? Like, you're like, oh, why am I getting cussed out right now? And that guy's looking at you like, is he really cussing you out? Why is he cussing you out, right? After the meeting, coach is like, hey, man, totally sorry about that. Like, I couldn't get him, but he had to see me get you because now he's thinking you're mad at him. And it's like the psychological warfare
Dude, I
that
had
we play with them.
So we talked about this when Dunlap was on the podcast. My rookie year, I was with San Diego at King Dunlap, right?
Tell Boone he's looking small. That'll do
You
it.
have no
boys.
idea how you just feel.
If you tell him that he's looking small, or if you be like, dude, you're getting kind of
Fat.
a little pudgy down there, like instant turn on. Like he'll just be like, what? Really? I feel like I look pretty good.
Boy, must be
Anyways,
gain season,
like
huh?
when I had King, right, and he was in year like 10 or 11. It was my job to make sure that King got his lifts in. It was my job to make sure he was on the meetings on time. Like it wasn't a coaxing thing. It was just like that's just King's personality. And so like as a rookie, you're like, dude, I would kill like maybe my own family to keep my job here, right? Like if they were like, hey, you want to be on the active roster, like someone's got to go. You'd be like, I could pick one, right? And then you've got the other one
I
who's
could
playing.
do it too.
Like you've got the other one who's like left tackle. He's like, man, I don't even want to go to meetings today. And you're like, you're the starting left tackle. Yeah. Like what do you mean you don't want to go to meetings? Like it's like, man,
Baffle your mind.
And then we had I'm gonna say it. I don't even care.
Don't.
No. So we had DJ Fluker on the Chargers, right? And so we legitimately made a Flukey's fine because everything that Boone just said had to happen for Fluker, right? It would be like he didn't come to practice one day, and everyone's like, "Where the hell's Fluker?" And coach called him, and he's like, "Man, I didn't sleep last night. My house is possessed." And we're like, what? And they called a priest. They called they get over did this
my
whole
God.
thing.
You
and then
are
he got
serious?
He got to miss practice. Dude, call King. We could call King right now, and he would verify this story. I could call King Dunlap right now, and he would verify the story.
Listen,
hold on, watch this.
I feel like you might have to tell him though that we're live because I don't want to throw.
Care.
That's a bus thrower, bro.
Oh my gosh.
That's the ultimate
Can't believe
bus
this is
thrower.
happening.
King answers this. I swear, and he's gonna. I'm gonna say it, and he's gonna know exactly what I'm talking about.
I'm so excited.
There's a poltergeist.
I know.
You hear the ring?
You're an exorcist.
A little bit. A little bit.
When's the last time you cold?
King, what's up?
What's good, bro?
Hey, so we're live on the podcast right now, and these guys do not believe me that Fluker actually didn't practice one day because we had to perform an exorcism at his house.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's real.
Thank you.
I went over there that night. He called me, so I went over there, and I couldn't hear him from outside. I didn't the house. I was like, hey, bro, I don't know what to tell you to do. Like, call if you know a priest or perhaps somebody do that. And then I left because I wasn't even... Because he called me first, and I tried to be big bro and go help. And I went over there, and I was like, you know what, bro, I'm not even... Good luck. I'm gonna pray for you, but you gotta find somebody else trying to help. But yeah, no, it was true.
Thank you. All right, I'll call you later. They did not. They were like, no, there's no way that's true. I was like, no, that really happened. So yes. So all right, King, I appreciate you. I'll call you later.
Oh my! Hey,
King
listen,
Dunlap.
the problem
I
is,
told
He's
you
like,
guys.
I'm a pray for you, buddy.
He
but
immediately
you
just
gotta
started.
find your own exorcist.
As soon as I said it, he was like, because he knew it. Like that stuff happens all the time in the NFL. Like remember, 12th overall pick, DJ Fluker, right? If I did that, undrafted free agent Jeremiah called, is like, I don't think I can practice. My hotel room's haunted. They'd be like, get out, go home, go away. Like that. Just Booney's right. Like these coaches have to. Coax or push or whatever it was.
They knew
It's
I hated it
crazy,
too, and the
dude.
player knew I hated it. Everybody knew I hated it. I thought that's what made people so soft in the league. I was like, dude, this is nonsense. But to be fair, like, it's not even like if Jay had done it. What if a normal person, anybody listening to this show right now, you call your boss and go, hey, I can't come into work. My house is possessed. You're getting fired. You are getting fired because that boss is going, mentally, they're not right. We need to find something in our clauses that we can fire this person. The team bought into this bullshit, a.k.a. DJ was probably literally just at the nightclub too late. And they were like, somebody call the priest. Get him over there immediately.
It was nuts.
Could you imagine the team chaplain probably like, you guys are so stupid. God.
Dude, I had to take every rep that day. I'll never forget it. Like
I don't even know what to say.
Wait, did we?
I don't even know
solve the haunting? Did he? Did we?
I mean, obviously,
Mackie, you're
it
not
wasn't
buying into
haunted.
this, are you, Mackie?
So,
Have you guys
Mackie,
ever seen the Poltergeist?
Mackie,
I don't watch that
I am going
nonsense.
to listen. You're buying into it like the coaches. See, the coaches at that, I guarantee you, the coaches at that facility were like, I feel bad for TJ. The rest of the guys were like, seriously, he just overslept, or he was out too late.
He had his own fine. It was called a Flukey's fine, right? It was like, oh, Flukey's fine. Ding. Like one day I'm not going to just keep bagging on him, but dude, I have stories that would just
We have
make
stories
you guys
about a lot of guys.
cry
Believe me, he ain't the
about
only
guys
one.
like that. Like, yeah, he's not the only one.
Let's see your You know what? We should. This Penix thing that you sent us is worth a dumb
Dude,
football
that is
question here.
insane.
So,
Oh, by the way,
this
DJ
is-
Fluker's name is Danny Lee Jesus. His full
Wait, like
name.
that's his. Oh, really? That's the,
his
the
full
DJ is
his
for
full
Danny Jesus.
His full government
Lee?
name is Danny Lee Jesus.
Like the Danny Lee is one word, and then Jesus.
I thought you couldn't name your kids Jesus.
You no, wait. There's
Danny Lee
Jesus.
Jesus.
Jesus,
Danny
yeah.
Lee Jesus Fluker.
So okay, I'm gonna read this, and then my
By
dumb
the way,
football
hey, wait
question
real quick.
is.
Didn't he try to make a comeback? Did that ever go?
He was in the UFL for a while.
Was he really?
Dude, that dude was a freak show athlete.
Oh,
too, for
total
his size.
freak.
But anyways, continue, Matt.
All right, go ahead. Sorry.
We're all
So
over the
Falcons
map.
quarterback Michael Penix
Dude.
says he doesn't receive any in-game advice from coaches and teammates on the sideline. Instead, relies on his fiance and a personal quarterback coach for support and guidance.
I'm calling bullshit. I'm calling.
When asked if he leans on a former quarterback or one of his coaches to help him assess his performance during games, Penix said, "No. You're saying as far as the on-field stuff? No. Like mentally, my fiance is always there for me, so I know whenever I go home, it doesn't matter how I play. She's not going to leave me, I guess.
Jay, you know what this should do?
It's great. But as far as like physically on the field." there's nobody I talk to as far as another quarterback or anything like that. You know, I have people reach out to me. I do have a quarterback coach, but back home that reach out to me as well. He's been spotted on the sideline by himself during most games, raising questions about the Falcons' handling of their young quarterback. What's going on here?
This was wild to me. When I first read it, I thought it was AI. Like, I was like, this isn't real.
Can't trust anything.
Like,
I should have verified before I read that on the podcast. But
no, but it's real. Like, because he has a legitimate. It's a video of him at the podium talking about it, and he's legitimately being like, yeah, no, I don't listen to anyone else. I just listen to my fiance tell me this, that thing. And I'm like, even if this is true, like, even if you believe all this, and even if this is true to the extent, you should probably not say this out loud. Like, this is one of those things that you keep in the back of your brain and lock away and be like, the public doesn't need to know this. Second of all, are you really telling me he doesn't ask Kirk Cousins for advice? And or does Kirk Cousins not like giving him advice?
Kirk's hoping that he derails and gets the starting job.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's a part of me that's like, is this a Kirk Penix relationship thing? I don't necessarily know if it's a organizational thing with Penix or what it might be, but this almost feels kind of like when, what was it, Eberflus and them were like, Caleb doesn't watch film, and it's like, I mean, yes, he does, right? And so I think maybe there's some misinterpretation of the question, or he's probably going to have to come back and clarify, because I promise you, the head coach and the GM are reading this quote being like, fucking excuse me? Like, what did he just tell everyone out there?
Did he just say we don't have a quarterbacks coach? Did he just tell everybody that we don't have a quarterbacks coach and or he doesn't quarterbacks coach doesn't talk or respect him? Are we not living in 2025, dude? I don't know in what world he was like, this is going to be a great idea. Hold my beer. I'm going to tell him it's all on me and my wife. Nope, my wife, she tells me when it's covered too. Dude, I would have never been so, felt so... This question is clearly. Are you sure this isn't AI? Are we sure?
No, this is real.
There are some people are framing it mostly people are framing it as he doesn't have anyone to rely on, and he said so. But then one of the accounts framed it as, he's crediting his fiance for being a sounding board at home after the games are over.
If I came home and I was like, babe, God, did you see me miss that nickel topped and I didn't slide out to number 3? God, she'd be like, yeah. You should have slid out. No, she'd be like, I don't care.
What if it
Stop
was the other
talking?
way? What if you walked in the door and she was like, cover 4? Are you serious? Honey, what did we talk about against 4? Play the under.
Dude, that right?
You're like, oh my God, it's gonna go.
You're in the locker room. You're in the locker room. You look at your buddy. He's just in his locker room. Dude, what's wrong? You're like, dude, my wife kill me when I get home. Like,
tell me your real P word without telling me your real P word.
I missed the whole shot in cover too, man. She's never gonna let me hear the end of it.
Right? The turkey hole. It closed too fast. God. This kid's an idiot, dude.
Honestly, I'd probably rather have that. I'd probably rather have that than my wife out there on Instagram being like, check out the fit. Yeah. like I don't know which one would be worse.
No. You definitely want her being more like that. Because, dude, seriously, you just told the whole world that your wife's giving you advice on how to play quarterback. And for real, he just said it. I go to my fiance for advice.
I think it meant more like a pick-me-up when he gets home.
That was more of a it's not so bad.
You're not going to leave me, are you?
Yeah. Like, I love you.
No, I guarantee you she probably quizzes him. All these new
She's not leaving him until at least he's married, because then you get at least half his shit. Why would you leave him if you're his fiance? That's a total lose-lose there. You got to at least get to the next step. Get it to the next step.
Just throw under the bus, though. What was the Falcons quarterback coach? Let's find out.
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, the quarterback
guy's
coach
getting fired.
He's the one that the head coach is walking into his room being like,
TJ Yates,
being like, yeah,
is it really
Mr. Yates?
I think right.
Where is your quarterback right now? Why don't you
DJ
know?
Or is it DJ Williams?
Either one. Play the "you're fired" button, because either way, it's happening.
Yeah,
DJ Williams.
Your starting quarterback just threw you under the bus. Quarterback coach?
Can
we have one of those here?
Electrocuting yourself, please.
It's crazy. Let's go look something up on my tablet. Okay, one more, and then we'll get to our picks for the week here. It's a zesty slate of games. Purdy injured 79 chimes in the YouTube comments. It's awfully. Are you changing that if he comes back and slings it? Or you?
Yeah, pretty good. It's coming
We're asking
soon.
you a question. That's a first.
Yeah. So, dumb football question. What does the strength and conditioning coaching team actually do? Do they handle the players' rehab? Longtime Boone fan here. I loved watching him kick ass with Harbaugh and clearing the way for Frank Gore back in the day.
So did I,
what does an NFL strength and conditioning?
Hit me with it. God,
Love
just went
that
from
capture,
6
bud.
to midnight so fast. God.
It's probably Boone's burner.
And it's Thursday. What an
He
early
wrote it
weekend.
himself. Anyways, answer the question, Boone. Answer your own question that you posed in the YouTube comments, please.
Really love that Boone guy.
Oh, that
Really-
Boone guy. He's just so physically fit.
He's so smart. Yeah.
I wish I could look like that Boone guy. Anyways, the strength and conditioning coaches, they really have an interesting role to play. They have an interesting role to play because they're kind of handcuffed in a lot of the stuff that they can and can't do.
Yeah.
Because they're the first ones that are going to get fired if people get hurt.
Yep.
But they're also the first ones that the players are going to be like, bro, I'm sore, leave me alone. Right. Like, they kind of have to just try and be like, please do what we ask you to do.
They're kind of pricks.
But it's okay if you don't. Like, it's okay if you don't, but at the same time, like, please
So they
do.
have no actual jurisdiction or power over you.
But you have to think
it
they
depends
only
on your
get
year.
You also only get control of your team for like 3 months, right? Like the college strength and conditioning coaches spend 9 months of the year. You're theirs, right? Your ass is theirs, and they can do whatever they want with you, and they build you and they grow you. Like college strength and conditioning coaches are the true heartbeat of the team. You get to the NFL, it's like, hey, we're going to get you in April, and we'll get you for April, May, and June, and then please don't screw it up before you come back for training camp. Like they don't have any real time to build. But their whole job is like, just don't get them injured during season, and please make sure they lift. Just please make sure they lift during season so they don't get hurt. Like that's a main strength coach's job in the NFL, being very real.
And it kind of sucks because a lot of guys I feel like want more, and some of the guys want less, and so they're kind of caught between the middle of like, hey, if you want to do more, come to me, but if you want to do less, tough shit. I will be honest with you, like if you're young, they have your total life belongs to them. If you're an older guy, that's when you can be like, hey, listen, I'm not doing certain things, but.
Luna Lover there in the comments said that Boone needs to put on some muscle. Doesn't look as fit as he used to.
I've opened Pandora's box.
Tell you what, I'm tipping the scales in at some serious weightage. I jumped on today at TCO. I was 315.
Stop.
I was like, I swear to God.
You're back up to 315?
Yeah. I was like, oh.
Why?
Because when I train the boys, I have to be big.
Dude, there's no way that your surgeon wants that surgical knee to have 350
I just saw him today. Dude, only the partners get it. That's why I was like, what's up, Yerky? He was like, dude. The first thing he says to me, God, it looks terrible. It's so swollen. And then he touches it. He goes, oh, no, it's just because we put the biggest one in possible. And I was like, God, it's going to look like this forever. So disgusting. And then they were making fun of me because we were sitting there, and they're like, I think it's bigger than your leg. They're like, dude, your knee is bigger than your thigh. I was like, shut up. They were like, seriously. They're like, how are you? What's wrong with your leg? I started fizzling out of control quickly.
Oh, man.
Do I
You guys ready to make some
Do I get
picks
an
here?
F1 minute first? Do I get one?
Actually,
it was
some
a
people were
big
wondering
weekend.
if
It was a
Boone
huge
could talk about Max Verstappen.
Huge weekend.
Hold on a second. Let me hit the sounder here. So
Mike,
1 minute on the clock, and then we'll make some picks here. Jeremiah Sirles with his F1 minute. Go.
Absolute electric Brazil Grand Prix this weekend. It was amazing. So obviously Lando Norris, pole position.
Obviously.
He was fantastic. He went all the way. He won the race, right? But that wasn't even the really fun part. The coolest part, Max Verstappen, Red Bull Racing, was out in Q1 for the first time in since 2016. It's been a long time since Max has been out in Q1. They end up taking his whole car apart, giving him a brand new power unit, fixing some things on the car. He ends up having to start from the pit lane, right? So he doesn't get to start on the starting line with the rest of them. He starts from the pit lane in P18.
That's not fair.
Dude ends up, because he's an animal, passing everyone in the field and finishing on the podium at P3. Unbelievable driving from him. Overtake after overtake. Oscar Piastri ends up falling back, and he finishes fourth, so he's almost... Lando's taking over the championship there. Max still has a chance. We're in Vegas this weekend. Vegas, baby, for the Vegas Grand Prix.
Wow, there it is.
Like a dog in the street.
Wow.
No,
What a gutty performance.
Don't you ever put
Hit him with the love that capture.
JJ
Hit him with the
McCarthy
love
over
that
Max
capture.
Verstappen.
Hit him.
I don't ever want that.
Oh, and hit you
All right,
with a
here we go.
sensitive. Oh,
Okay, we're going to make some
sensitive.
picks here in just a second.
Picks.
After I tell you guys about Underdog here, okay? Underdog, you download the app and it's really easy. You pick higher or lower on player stats like rushing yards, receptions, touchdowns, and more. If you get your picks right, you can win money up to 5,000 times your cash. And as I open up the Underdog app here, just looking at some of the weekend's action, yeah, they got, man, because it's Thursday night tonight, baby. We got Thursday Night Football, Jets and Patriots. So let's see here. Drake May, 239.5 passing yards. I'm feeling a Thursday night letdown. I'm going lower on that. And I think I'm going to juice up the Breece Hall, 57.5 rushing yards. Let me go higher on that one here and see what the night brings for old Macadac on the Underdog app. Code OLINE, by the way. And you can get $100 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code OLINE on the Underdog app. Underdog, make picks, win money.
18 plus, 19 plus in Alabama and Nebraska, 19 plus in Colorado for some games, 21 plus in Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia, and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Offer not valid in Maryland, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org in New York, or call the 24/7 Hope line at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY to 467-369.
That's right.
Bang!
Ooh, oh, how did I do last week? I don't even know.
We're about to find out.
Oh boy!
All right,
I'm
boys.
nervous. I'm nervous.
So here's the picks.
I think
Every
it's
single
bad.
week, we pick straight up on this show. We pick 5 games. Sometimes we mix in a college game.
Yep.
But, yeah, last week, Jeremiah and I both went 3-2. The Rhino went 2-3.
Bring him back
which
down.
means,
Bring him back down to earth.
oh, there's a new ball knower near the top of these standings. I have now completed the comeback, tying Boone at 25-19. Jay, you're grinding your way back toward
Grinding.
500 at 21-23. You're only
Get
4 games
500
back.
first, okay? Knock
I'll
it
get
off.
there. I'll get there.
You need a clean sweep. You know
I
what
need
you
to call
to do?
the Hope
You need
NY sings. I got problems gambling. I'm not very good at it.
So, boys, here are the games we're picking straight up.
Jay,
We got
you're picking
5
first this
juicy
week.
games on the schedule.
No, Phil is.
You are.
I'll
You
pick first.
I'll pick first. That's fine.
You-
That's fine.
Phil
That's
picked
fine.
first last
Here,
week.
Can you let Phil talk for our non-YouTube audience?
Yeah, I want to throw the games out for the Spotify audio and Apple audiences. Bears at Vikings, Bucs at Bills, Chiefs at Broncos, Seahawks at Rams, and then Lions at Eagles will round it out here. So let's start with Bears at Vikings this weekend, U.S. Bank Stadium.
Bear down. I'm going to take the Bears.
Wow,
I
going
think
for
that they're on a bit of a roll here. I'm not sure that JJ and the crew is clicking the way we want. You've got a disgruntled Justin Jefferson. Yes, this defense for the Bears isn't very good, but I think this offense keeps them in it. So give me Bear down.
Hey, is JJ? What's going on with his hand?
Who cares? I mean,
That would be a big deal. They throw it way too much. So
I
need
think
to know.
everyone
Banged up.
wants
It's banged
Max Brosmer anyways.
It's what?
Gee,
Everyone wants Max Brosmer anyways.
I wouldn't mind seeing him for a couple
See,
of
I do it.
Just curious.
Listen, you know what? Because Mackey's so indifferent about the Vikings, I'm going with the Bears. Mackey, you're killing me, man.
Okay, so you guys are both going Bears here, and I think this is a classic example of what happens in the NFL where the Bears are riding high. The Bears have won almost every game for 2 months.
Do it.
Fun locker room speeches, everything. And the Vikings are just a mess right now. Quarterback hand, Jefferson weird game. The head coach fending off questions about his play calling patterns all week. And you think, well, obviously the Vikings are reeling and the Bears are on fire. Like, Bears are going to win. Not in the National Football League. Vikings find a way, and I'll find myself for being a homer here.
Attaboy.
Vikings win this game.
I would totally agree
I wouldn't be
with you, but
shocked.
listen,
I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if the Vikings won, but it's just one of those things where there's too much going on for them right now. They
a lot
don't
going
function. They don't function like Philly does, right? Philly chaos. Like you've got AJ Brown on a live stream. Like trade me. If you've got me on fantasy, kick
talk
me off
about
your
the
team.
Ultimate too. We'll
Like,
get to them. Don't
Total
worry. They're down
chaos.
there.
We'll
get
get
to
there.
them.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Hey,
But the Vikings,
with the-
I don't think Kevin O'Connell does well in chaos.
No,
he,
but
he is not Nick Sirianni.
And not only that, but I think the Bears with Ben Johnson now, I think number one, the Bears lost to the Vikings earlier this year. Ben is riding high right now. This is the game where he's like, we kick their teeth in. Like, we are
three
here
quarters.
dude, well, that's the point is he's going to be like foot on gas like with the Lions because he's going to want to run that score up so that can't happen again and prove a point that they're still here to be messed with. Dude,
and if there's one thing Ben Johnson did really well when he was with Detroit, it was carve up the blitzing of Brian Flores. Now, that does not make Caleb Williams Jared Goff by any stretch of the imagination. No. But I do think Ben Johnson has a pretty good beat on how to beat this defense.
That's the game, really. It's Ben Johnson versus B-Flow.
It's Ben Johnson versus B-Flow. That's what this game
is. On fire.
Okay, Buccaneers at Bills, our second game on the slate here.
If the Bucs were healthy, which I feel like I say every single time I pick the Bucs, I'd probably take the Buccaneers here. But I think the Bills, coming off that horrible loss to Miami, they're back home. They've got to get their lives back together. They're feeling the division slip away game by game. I'm going to say the Bills bounce back at home this week.
Yeah, but at some point the Bucs are going to start to feel their division slip away. Like, dude, they can't keep giving games up too. I think it's going to be how well can the Bucs run the ball this week? Because that's going to be, I mean, obviously until the Bills show that they can stop the run game, everyone's going to be coming after them, right? And you pair that with Baker Mayfield on top of it, and I think I always go with the Bucs, and they always listen. I'm going to go with the Bills on this one just because it's at home. That's it.
We're in lockstep on this one. This feels like a bounce back spot for the Bills, which means that the Bucs are going to be 6-4 if they lose. Only a game up on the Panthers, who just lost a bad home game to the Saints. But it's still, the Buccaneers are still in a safe spot in that division. The Falcons are 3-6, so they can afford. Okay, Chiefs at Broncos. Big game in the AFC West.
This was the hardest one this week for me. This one
was?
Well, I look at the Broncos defense.
7 straight wins for the Broncos.
I go, they have just been smothering. I mean, absolutely smothering opponent offenses.
For sure.
The problem is Bo Nix and this offense are stuck in mud.
Yep.
And so this is going to be another rock fight. I don't think this is going to be the high-flying AFC West we're used to seeing here. So I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs are going to win this one, kind of get themselves back, putting in their control of the division, because I don't think the Broncos offense can just keep up with them currently, even with the great Broncos defense.
And you're right, dude. Even if it's a rock fight, I trust the Chiefs to find a way to win it. You're led by one of the greatest ever do it. Like they know how to come and fight for 60 minutes. And the Broncos, I mean, dude, every week it's the same thing. We're waiting for it to get going. And you start to wonder if the Chiefs do start to break out a little bit. Can it just become a landslide if the Broncos can't get moving at all? So I'm going with the Chiefs.
Oh, man. I mean, I feel like the Broncos are, because their offense is clunky and Bo Nix has been kind of wavering, but that defense is so steady. Sean Payton is a good coach, but I still think that the Chiefs need to stop messing around in this division now.
Yes.
They're going to take this game extremely seriously, and
it's November,
December here. Yeah. Andy Reid off a bye, so I think it's a Chiefs get-right spot as well. So we're all knocked up. Okay, probably the premier game on the schedule in terms of like the way these teams are playing. Seahawks at Rams.
Do you want me to go first? I'll go first.
Yeah.
All right, listen. I'm going to stand behind this guy. I think Matt Stafford, what he's doing is incredible. I get that the Seahawks defense is on fire. I like the offensive line of the Rams. I love the 1-2 punch that they have. I think their receivers are tough on the outside. I think their defense is playing extremely well. And at the same time, the Seahawks love to run the ball. They're not very effective at running it. So I wonder myself, like, if the Rams get a little bit of a lead and this becomes a shootout, who am I trusting? And I'm going with Stafford. So give me the Rams at home too.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Seahawks here. I think I'm gonna take the Seahawks.
Double down on it.
I'm gonna take the Hawks. I'm gonna take the Hawks. I think that this is an important game. They understand that if they want to have any hope in winning the division, this is where it starts. They're gonna take it. They're gonna take a page out of McVay's book and completely flip the script on the Rams. Not allow them to pass rush. Continue to run the football. Use it to their advantage. Anthony Bradford, the right guard's coming off his best game as a Seahawk. That offensive line is clicking. K9, Charbonnet, and Njigba. Shaheed's got another week with them. I think this is the one where the Seahawks put themselves on the map and say, we are a legitimate Super Bowl contender.
Let's go. Until I see differently, Rams have Sam Darnold's number lately, going back to the last 2 games last year. These are 2 awesome teams that I would not be shocked if either of these teams was playing in the Super Bowl. I'm going Rams at home to win this one. I think they force a. I think we get a Sam Darnold clunker finally here. I think we get a Sam Darnold clunker.
We'll see.
Way to be negative.
We'll see.
Couldn't just be a Matt Stafford just goes banana balls crazy.
Okay.
God.
I think we get a Rams elite defensive pass rush performance.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go. I like that better. I like that better.
And then on Sunday nights, whoops, that's the wrong theme. Let's go this one.
Ding him.
There we go.
Stupid
Ding.
rookie fine.
Gosh.
Stupid.
Mental
Lions
error.
at the beleaguered Eagle. AJ Brown is no longer speaking in code. He's just flat out saying
No,
the
listen.
quiet part out loud.
We
I
need to
hate
bring
this
this up.
offense. This sucks.
They have taken their dysfunction to a new level.
Whole nother
they
level.
officially have players telling them to get rid of me on fantasy, right? Like they want the world to go, look how bad it is. They're going to come out and they're going to be firing on all cylinders. I guarantee you they're sitting back in their offices right now like everybody thinks it's bad here. Vic's like, what? What are we doing?
JC Phillips.
Oh my God, the guy's insane. I go back to my 4-2. I say that. I'm not going against Dan Quinn right now. And the fact that he's got the play, Dan Campbell. And the fact that he has the play calling back, which I still want to know more of. Like, how did that go down? How does everybody seem okay? Like, was he just like, hey, Jay, I'm taking the play calling this week.
Give me your clipboard.
Like, I don't know. But I'm here for it. Obviously, Jay Gibbs came right back and was like everywhere, which makes it so much more fun. And that's where I think that with this Eagles defense, that's the one thing you throw at them, right? They're built to rush the passer. We all know that. They traded for another one. They want to be able to get back in their 4 rushers. They can drop as many as they can. That's where the Lions go, hey, listen, if they're going to play this stupid 4-2, we're just going to run right at them, right? We're going to throw everything at them. At the same time, when they do pass pro, you have to shore that up, right?
Yep.
You're thinking, dude, you do not want this to get home at all. You don't even want a little crease in the crack, nothing. Because the minute they smell blood, they're just going to be feasting down on you. But if you don't even get them in that situation, and you're like, hey, man, you guys can just go sit and be fast over here while we run over here or trap you here or crunch you there, like that's what's going to be fun about this. If they can beat up on these pass rushers through the run game, and then all of a sudden the game just gets out of reach.
Yeah, I agree. But I'm going to go Eagles here just based off of – I agree with everything you just said. But when I look at that young offensive line, Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, they're going to do what the Vikings did and test them up the middle. They have the better personnel to go out there and do it. I know this defense is kind of crazy right now for the Lions on the back end, so – maybe this is where Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown go off for 200 yards and 2 touchdowns, and I could see that happening here too. So I'm going to take the Eagles at home to beat the Lions.
Man, the Eagles last year, I think they ran for 3,000 yards, if I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. Or maybe that included playoffs, but it was like historical stuff. They just crossed the 1,000-yard mark rushing, and it's halfway through November. They've been kind of putting together these wins with talent, smoke, mirrors, and duct tape. Meanwhile, the Lions are sitting here, even with a change in offensive coordinator, over 6 yards of play offensively. They don't turn the ball over. I'm taking the Lions on the road, man. The Lions are the more sort of complete, well-honed team right now.
Boost your stats right now and double down on both these games right now because you're going against both of them. You do it.
No, I'm not going to do that.
I'm just saying you could easily double down on both these games and jump us in the standings.
I could, or I could just put myself not be able to get 500. My
show me
goal right
you
now
have
is
no
to be
balls
500.
without
My
showing-
goal right now is to be 500 by the end of the year.
Okay.
So
Okay. You're shooting for mediocrity. I got it.
me
I'm a
versus
pro.
me. It's
I'm a
me
pro.
versus me. Okay, it's me versus me.
I'm a P word.
Yeah. All right, boys. Heck of a show here today. Live on the O-Line Committee YouTube
Welcome to the
channel.
weekend. Let's take it with an enthusiasm unknown to mankind, shall we?
Unnecessary to talk about Harbaugh at the end of the show. Just totally unnecessary.
Who's got it better than us, though, really? I mean,
Nobody.
all right, for the Rhino, for Jay, I'm Phil. We'll see you guys after
And
Week
Ghost
11 on the O-Line Committee. Shameless.
No free plugs.